Hello everyone. This video is brought to you by Newton's Group of Institutions. This is Arvind Egreddy from Department of CSE. In this video, I'll be talking about storage classes in C programming. Now let us see what is a storage class. We know that variables in C differ in behavior, and this behavior depends on the storage classes a variable may assume. The storage class of a variable determines whether the item has a local or a global lifetime. The variable name identifies some physical location within the computer where the string of bits representing the storage for these variable values. There are basically two kinds of locations in the computer where such a value may be kept. That is either in the main memory, that is RAM, or in the CPU registers. Moreover, these variable storage classes tells us so many things. Where the variables would be stored, what will be the initial value of the variable, that is the default initial value of the variables, what is the scope of the variable, that is in which function the value of these variables would be available, and what is the lifetime of these variables, that is how long would these variables exist. Now we need to understand what is the major difference between the scope and lifetime. The scope of the variable determines over what part of the program a variable is actually available for use. That is, these variables active in the program. Whereas the lifetime refers to the period during which these variables retains a given value during the execution of the program. That is, during the program execution, till how much time these variables are alive. In C programming language, there are four types of storage classes that are available. They are automatic storage classes, external storage classes, static storage classes, register storage classes. And the syntax is storage class, data type, variable name. Now let us see what is an automatic storage class. So automatic variables are declared inside the function in which they are to be utilized. These variables are created when the function is called and destroyed automatically when the function is exited. So automatic variables are private to that function. Because of this property, automatic variables are also referred as an local or internal variables. Variables which are declared in local scope without storage class are automatic by default. That is, these automatic variables are used by default. Whereas few programmers use the auto keyword in declaring because all block scoped objects not explicitly declare with another storage class are implicitly automatic. Now, the format for specifying these automatic variables they start with auto keyword. So auto, data type, variable 1 comma variable 2, so on, variable n. And the important points regarding these automatic variables is they are stored in main memory. Their initial value is the garbage value, and we are going to start or declare these variables by using the auto keyword, and the scope is local to the block in which it is defined, and the lifetime of these variables is till the control remains within that particular block in which it is defined. Now coming to the external storage classes, these variables that are both alive and active throughout the program are known as external variables or global variables. So unlike the local variables, global variables are accessed by any function in the program, and the external variables are declared outside a function. Once a variable has been declared as global, any function can use it and change its value. Thus, the subsequent function can reference only the new value here. So, in general, it is a good programming practice to avoid use external variables as they destroy the concept of a function as a black box. So the black box concept is essential to the development of the modular programming with modules. So with the external variable, any function in the program can access and alter the variables, thus making debugging more difficult as well. So here, the important points what we need to regarding the global variables is they are stored in the main memory and their initial value is 0, and they start with the external keyword, and their scope is throughout the program, that is the entire program, and the lifetime is it retains till the value throughout the program execution. Now coming to the static storage classes, a variable can be declared as a static variable by using the keyword static, and as the name suggests that these values of the static variable persist until the end of the program, and the format for specifying these static variables is static data type variable 1, variable 2, so on, variable n. These static variables which are declared inside the function are allocated memory when the function begins its compilation and remains alive throughout the execution of the program. But they are local to the function only. So the main difference between the auto and static is that in the static variables do not disappear when the function is no longer active and their value persists. So if the control comes back to the same function again, the static variables have the same value they had last time around. So these static variables can be used to retain the values between different function calls. And the static variable is initialized only once when the program is compiled, and it is never initialized again. And here the important points regarding these static variables is the storage will be in the main memory, the initial value will be 0. We use the keyword static while defining it, and the scope is local to the block in which this variable is defined. Whereas the lifetime is throughout the entire program, but the value of the variables persist between the different function calls. Now let us see what are register storage classes. So here these storage classes declares register variables which have the same functionality as that of the auto variables. The only difference is that the compiler tries to store these variables in the register of the microprocessor if a free register is available. Now what is a register? A register is nothing but it is a small area which is used to store the data temporarily. So these registers we use while doing calculations, and we have few important registers like AX, BX, counter registers, status registers, and the primary use of these registers are to reduce the time to perform the calculations. And in general, the value is stored in the memory RAM and it will be moved to the registers from the process. But it takes time if the process is to be performed very often. In such kind of situations, we can keep the values in the registers itself so that the memory movement will be reduced. And here, for example, the declaration of registers is register int I. Here the value of the I is stored in the register instead of the memory. And here usually the few variables which are accessed very frequently in the program are declared with the registered keyword, which improves the running time of the program. So here, let us see the overall storage classes and the difference. So there are 4 storage classes: auto, extern, static and register. Coming to the storage, auto, extern and static, they reside in the main memory, whereas register variables, they store in the registers. And for auto and registers, the initial value is the garbage value, whereas in the case of extern and static, the initial value is 0. So auto is started with the keyword auto, extern with extern, static with static, registers with the register. Whereas coming to the scope, auto within the block, whereas extern entire program, static within the block and registers within that particular block. Whereas coming to the lifetime, auto, the life will close at the end of the block. Whereas in extern and static, the life is till the end of the program. Whereas coming to the registers, it is end of the block. Thank you. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for the latest notifications.